And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now another try at 2 here from the 7 now. Final play of the half, Love. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it.
I'm going to try to run the school.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
He just trying to avoid Tariq. I know he's trying to. He ain't doing this.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position past the 45.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Tagovailoa on the throw on 2nd down here. He sets to fire deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 30 yards. And the Dolphins are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a throw to the end zone, 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
You see it, bro.
I gotta be a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
But how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
It's caught inside the 25.
Touchdown!
Jaden Reed, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace. This strong
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
What was he playing?
Following the interception, Love.
This nigga wide open.
It's Christian Watson.
Wide open.
Christian
Watson.
42 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
I was looking at this up last time. I'm like, I'm wide open. See.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua.
That's me.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Tua on 4th down.
I know he won't. I know he won't. I know he won't.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
I know he won't, baby.
Stokes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Go, man. I do it again, but he can't stop. He can't stop. He's going to play the same
field. One of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, a 22-yard touchdown ground.
And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like you're thinking about getting out of here, maybe being in traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this one, let's just say it's been unusual.
It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in.
This is
Look at how this game's been going.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
I don't even run the ball, Bert. I'm going to score over 50 points. I'm going to try to score 60. 60 or 60.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
97.
Play fake. Here's Love.
Nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
On play action. Love to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
And he's going to get this one down and he bounds to the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And on 4th down, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And
Darnell Savage, nigga.
Back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
I don't know why he
after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I don't even know why he picked their team.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a second down throw for Love here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think they start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard.
They quit. No, they quit. You don't quit. I'm gonna score at like 60 on you. Let's go. Don't quit.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Play action this time with Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down, Love to pass. Throw left side, complete. That's Reed. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Love.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
I'm doing shit.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's got his big team in here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. Tua to throw again. Throw caught by Achane. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Damn. That was a fast
First of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Right now.
And this is going to be
He is right there.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Can I talk my... Come on! That other side. The Oakley way. Hey. C5! Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did this. Just big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it's different. You should say when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful. I'm doing you won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they put me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me, and I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne, I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay, trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's fact. I wanna be a so I start, I like, so I went on, start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and said, dog, I'm a rap. I did that, superseded expectation. I refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. I'm the rapper on the west, let's just face it. So put that pride to the side, then let's get paper. Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the
It's week 8 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Davante Adams. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Raiders and the Lions on Monday night.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in... So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
I don't know. I can tell you.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. You went 3 and out.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Rolling to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He found Davante Adams for a touchdown on their last drive, and they start again with a first down. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got him in, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now a play fake here on first down.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38.
And they'll try to run the option here.
Able to push his way through. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Now a second and 2.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. And he is caught, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, first and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Got a man, it's Mayer.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's second and 10.
Open man, that's Renfro. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw again. He hits Adams, complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this. Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive, first and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach.
This now a much closer game. Can't afford any more mistakes like he had on the last one.
They go play action here on first down. The open man here, Renfro. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro.
Touchdown! Hunter Renfro, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life?
He threw his league-leading 25th touchdown pass on that last drive. He'll look to add to that total here with a first down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Raiders! O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And nobody in the... On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Touchdown! Davante Adams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. the Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 4. This is caught.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You've got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
So out come the Raiders.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's complete to Adams. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organism.